Yeah.
Say no more, man. Say no more. First and foremost, just want to say Manchester United are back in the Champions League. Yes. Let's go. Doesn't matter how we've done it. We are back. First and foremost, yes. You see the team? Let's go! Come on! Oh yes, boys, you love to see it. Jay Lings turned into Messi Lingard last night, but we'll touch upon that shortly. As always, I'm messing, by the way. Don't kill me. As always, drop a like, subscribe. If you're watching on YouTube, just make sure you subscribe if you haven't. There's about 60% of you that haven't subscribed. We're trying to continue to grow the channel. We're trying to get to 400. Anyways, let's talk about yesterday's game and, of course, what that means for, Ollie, the players, etc. We are joined by Jem, Benji, and Kojo. How are we doing, boys?
Good. Happy.
Good. Oh, good, man.
I'm hoping to see smiles from everyone. Well, obviously, Jem's always smiling, isn't he, really? We lose 5-0. Jem's found us some form of positive. But as always, their links to their social medias are in the description. Make sure you show them love. And yeah, let's get flipping straight. So I'm going to start with the main man who's been Ollie-ing through the flipping war in the trenches. He's been Ollie-ing. Jem, talk to me. Yes. What are you saying?
It's a good feeling,
That feel good factor, yeah?
Yeah. I slept good last night,
Oh, bro, I slept like an angel last night, man. I slept like a baby.
It's been a long Premiership season, so it was good and everything. I remember from the beginning of the season, top 4 wasn't in my list,
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be a bonus. If we make top 4, it's a bonus. So actually, I was so happy. My target was Europa.
What?
Yeah,
your target was Europa. You thought we'd get Europa.
No, I just wanted us to win a trophy.
Oh, okay.
Whether Europa or FA Cup, I don't mind. Just a trophy. Then I said the top 4 was a bonus. So yesterday was good for me. I felt happy. Like good for the players, good for Oli. And good for the direction in which the team is going now. So that's it.
Yo, Kojo, obviously, Jam just said there before you cut off. He's not well, so he did say his target was Europa League. He actually did even have us in the top 4 race. Well, most importantly, he won a trophy. Kojo's fine. What was your target, Kojo, come to start this season, mate?
Honestly, I had the same expectation, man. Yeah. I didn't think we were going to get. I thought like maybe Tottenham will be above us, and Chelsea, but Tottenham were just poor this year, and we were just about better. So I'm happy, man. I'm happy. I don't want to talk about my expectations, man, because I want to talk about where we are right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, living for the present. You love to see it.
The here and now, blood. When the man is at the wheel.
Yo, that is the title of the video, and it looks like Benji's at the wheel, or is it Ollie?
It's Benji.
Benji, are you doing the Ollie currently behind the wheel or what? What are you saying?
No, not today, pals. Sorry. Prediction. I predict us to finish top 4, even third.
What? Really? Okay.
Yeah, because you know why? Because I looked at everyone else's squads and I'm realistic. I didn't really rate.
So who was your top 4 then? Go on then, just off the top of your head, remember.
Funny enough, actually, it was City to win the league, Liverpool to finish 2nd, it was United 3rd, and Tottenham 4th.
Wow, that surprises me. That fair.
Yeah, because obviously Chelsea just lost Hazard, Arsenal, and obviously Tottenham they just got Champions League final, so you thought that they'll kick on.
Yeah.
So what I'm hearing is Ole matched your expectations.
Yeah,
listen.
Looks like.
Oh, bro, man had high expectations of Ollie, by the way. Just throwing that out there. I think that's the Cardiff for the last day.
We actually had, at the start of the season, the first game, we actually had an okay team. Compared to the rest of the Premier League, we actually had a decent team, to be fair.
Yeah.
Apart from maybe Pereira, the first lineup was actually a decent lineup that we put out. So I was feeling optimistic.
Yeah, well, the comments are saying Benji's at the wheel as well.
Yeah,
so tell me how good.
Nah, mate.
Hopefully we've got Sancho, Paul Pogba and Fred in it come next season, but we'll have to wait and see. So regarding my predictions, obviously, I'm not going to lie. I thought we finished 5th. I think my video's still up there, so obviously, I can't really lie about it now. I thought we were going to finish 5th. I had Spurs in top 4 as well, and I had Chelsea in. I'm sure it was Chelsea. I can't think of who else I would have put in. I had... no, actually, I don't remember. Who did I put in? I don't even remember. I might have put Arsenal, I might have got a bit high after that transfer window. I'll have to rewatch it, but we definitely weren't in the top 4. I had his 5th. But it doesn't matter because we finished flipping 3rd. Let's talk about the job Ole's done. Before we move on, we've got to talk about Ole Gunnar Solskjaer himself. Yesterday's game, I'm not going to bullshit. It was a shit performance. Do I care? Absolutely not. Couldn't give a shit. I said in the preview, it could go off one of the defenders' asses and we win 1-0. And I take it. I couldn't give a shit. I'm even happier that Fernandes scored a penalty because the rival fans are fuming. And to top it off, Lingard does what he does best. J-Links. Yes. Oh, God. Benji, we'll come to you first and foremost. Got a comment here, Benji, for you, mate. Obviously, I don't know if you can see it or not. From Grady, Oli apology. Benji,
nah, Raymond, no apology, bro. No apology.
What are your thoughts then on Oli in this current situation? Though, how are you feeling? Are you a bit more optimistic now? Or you're still a bit skeptical
about the season or him now?
Just how you're feeling going into the next season. Obviously, I don't know why there's sunlight in my face, but we'll ignore that. But just regarding the situation, obviously you're happy about the situation, but are you still skeptical regarding Oli? Has he done enough to maybe not say, okay, I'm back Oli in, but has he done enough to say that, no, I can see that there is progress there?
Well, there's two sides of the coin. I mean, there's a side where I think in my head where I feel like last year was a terrible season, and this year was a terrible season as well. But it's just a shame that obviously we had the same amount of points as last season. We only scored one more goal, I believe, than last season. So the progression is not really as much as everyone.
Can you also mention the statistic of how many goals we conceded last season and this season? Or you're going to
he ain't gonna add that. He ain't gonna add that.
20 goals less conceded, 13 clean sheets as well. I'm just throwing it out there.
Okay, so we conceded less goals, but obviously we had the same amount of points as last season. But to be fair, I mean, I think, like I said in the fan cam yesterday, Oli deserves another chance because at the end of the day, he did get top 4. Yeah,
send the location, innit?
He did get the top 4, and I feel like he deserves another year. My opinions on him will not change, and it won't change. But at the end of the day, he's done what a lot of managers couldn't do, is get us into the Champions League with that poor squad as well, which you have to give him a lot of credit to. In terms of next season, this is where my problem comes. My problem is not with Oli, my problem is with Ed Woodward. And it depends how long you have for us to talk about Ed Woodward. We can be here all day.
I have to do separate podcasts on that.
Yeah, I just feel like it's down to him now. Oli's done his part. Ed Woodward has to do his part. And if Ed Woodward gets in the players that we're talking about, this morning I heard it was Upamecano, Grealish, and Sancho. If he gets them, Oli has no excuses after that.
Bro, if he gets Upamecano and Sancho, I'm not even gassing. We're not going to be close to challenging, but I'd expect a lot more from and the DM as well. But I'll pass it on to Jem. Listen, Jem, talk to me. Like I said, in the trenches. Listen, how are you feeling about Oli moving forward now? Because like Benji said, he's you've got to put respect on his name to an extent. And I'm happy Benji said that, and I'm hoping a lot more United fans swallow the pride and actually at least give him a bit of respect, regardless if they think he's the one to take us forward, so to speak.
Yeah, I'm short of words. I don't know what to say now. I had a lot of energy, but now the energy is gone. But I think now I'm happy that a lot of people are seeing the direction in which Oli wants to take the team. Like, from what I know, there was no exact, let's say, target. His target was the target from the board was like, don't let us get relegated.
What?
Let us just take, yeah, because of the plan that he has to rip the team apart because he sold.
Did you just quick? What, yeah. Benji? Make sure you clip that. So wait, man said the target was not to get us relegated.
Yes, because of the drastic measures he had taken.
Is that how bad our manager is? What, do you know?
It was very bad because you don't have Lukaku, and he couldn't, like Benji was saying. The problem is about Edward. If you can't get that, because Oli wanted, like, I think 4 players, but he wanted more than the 3 that he had. He wanted like somebody he wanted, I think, 4 or 5 players within the first season, like last summer. They got only 3. So we are going to use Pereira. We are going to use Jesse Lingard. It was crap, you know. So
sorry, Benji, you outside Woodwards.
Bro, I'm telling you, if you don't get Sancho, I'm gonna drive to Manchester myself.
Yo, I'm not condoning the flares outside his house, but you know, I'm joking. I'm not saying that.
The thing is, I believe from what I know, I think that the Sancho deal is, let's say, somewhere next week or something. They're going to announce it.
Whoa, Jem, you got more insiders or what? What going on here, man?
No, you see, anytime someone stones those the United they are those who leak most of United information. When they start coming out, the difference is 20 million, 10 million. We've not. It means that the deal is getting closer.
Yeah, Was is just Jem is talking about Arsenal when he's talking about relegation.
No. It was a joke anyway. It was a joke.
Oh, right, okay. Good thing, because everyone's giving you some great shit in the comments. I'll not repeat some of it. Yeah. So let's move on to Kojo. We've spoken about Ali, of course. Yes, he's overachieved, etc. But moving forward, Kojo, what do we need to now do, man? Because for me personally, the performance in the last couple of weeks, granted they've been poor, but let's be real, they didn't really matter. We just need the Champions League, really.
Yeah, that's what we need, and we got it. So now it's time to back in with the players that he's asked for in the transfer window. It's very simple. Woodwards, what's the other guy's name? Judge, whatever Judge's name is.
Matt Judge.
Matt Judge. Yeah, I say I don't respect him, so I don't want to call him by his first name. Honestly, yeah, it's time to pull it out of your ass and get these players that he's asked for. Simple as that. Because I'm not going through another bad transfer window. I'm not doing it again. Flipping. I said it before. I wasn't Mourinho's biggest fan, but the fact is he got a second, and he wanted extra centre backs to bolster our team to push on for a title challenge, and we went from 2nd to 5th. So, Jem Sancho. So, it's all on Woodward now. The guy's done what he needs to do. He's gone to the Champions League. He finished 3rd. So, job done there. Now back him in the window, because if you don't back him in the window, it's gonna be the same old struggles again. So. Get your house in order and get us the players that we need.
Definitely, as Benji said,
money, baby. It's
money. Okay, let's talk about some of the potential transfers, right? Not actually players that we're going in, but I want to talk about one player that a lot of fans have been talking about replacing. Man, is Mr. Ice. The Iceman yesterday stepped up, big man thing. A lot of people saying, Maguire needs a new partner. Completely dismissing Lindelof. Benji, I'll come to you first and foremost. Yes, he was fantastic yesterday. I don't need to go into too much detail regarding the season, but do you still feel that it's Lindelof that needs replacing, not Maguire? Or what is the situation on that?
I think we need competition for both. I think obviously the two of them are first choice at the half, but we do need competition for them to reach the next level. Every player in the team needs competition. You see how as soon as Aguero came in, notice how Martial's game has actually improved. His hold up play, his finishing is better. He's more of like an all-rounded striker. And when you just bring someone in like that, it makes everyone's game go up. So for example, Maguire, if he looks on the bench, he knows that Tuanzebe is not coming off for him. He knows that Bailly's not coming on. But if he looks to Cesar Koulibaly or Upamecano or someone of that caliber, he knows that every week in training, the training level actually goes up. So I feel like we need a player that's not world class, but on his way to being world class. So I would avoid people like Koulibaly. I would go for like a young up and coming centre back, but is good enough to challenge Maguire and Lindelof at the moment, personally.
Okay, I hear what you're saying. Jem seems to agree with you. Jem, what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah. He's for the first time I agree with Benji. You see,
it's almost like it hurts him to admit it. We got a few people agreeing.
yeah, because
as well,
you see, you don't need to go and spend a lot of money on a player, let's say 80 million, and put him on the bench. Like I remember Gary Neville said something like, anytime United buys a player, it's not that we are buying the player to replace a player. You are coming there to challenge the other person. So we have to buy somebody, because Twanzebe, I'm not sure Ole trusts the guy again because of his injury record. Because he could have been the one to challenge them that much. But so I'll go for a young somebody. Maybe you go to the championship and get somebody who is good. Just be there, and the person will be enough to give the competition. Else, I can see that maybe Lindelof was not challenged. Like last season, he had Smalling, he had Jones, so he was a top defender. But this season,
Jones, sorry to interrupt you, but Jones as a challenge.
No, yeah,
he meant smaller than Bailly.
Surely Bailly. Yeah, no, don't mention Jones as a challenge. Come on.
Sorry, man. So Lindelof he felt like he was okay, but this season you realize that. But you see, what mattered most was, I was happy for him yesterday, because yesterday he was fantastic yesterday. I've been backing him from day one, so I was glad that. So we just need to buy a younger player.
Jeb backs everybody, boy.
Nah. I'm not having any of that, Benji. This guy was there through the trenches, and you know he was, but don't give him that.
No.
Listen,
yes, Jeb.
You gotta respect it, man. Even I turned on Ole after that Burnley game. I'm not gonna lie. That was the only time, but after that, I was a bit all prior to. Anyways, fuck that. We don't need to talk about that. Anyways, Aki to Manchester United, Kojo. You know, there's been speculation. Look, this is what Ray T is saying. Obviously, I got to see what the comments are saying in it. I feel like we've already commented on this. I'm sure we have, but just Kojo, just let rip, bro. What are you saying?
No.
Ray T, you asked the question, it got answered for you, man. It's what it is, bro. Yo, we got another comment saying Mengi. What about Mengi? I want to see him in the Europa League game. I've got to be honest, you know.
Oh, whoa, Jem, why not?
We're Mengi.
Tell them Mengi. No. That's Mings.
No, Mings. Mengi.
Mengi, our player. Our youth player. Mengi.
Man said Mings. No Mings. Man was waving that finger like, you get the F out of here. No, not Mings.
Not Mings.
Not Mings from Aston Villa.
The youth team centre back, Jeb. The youth team.
Oh yeah, my boy. Yeah, he's good.
Oh, he's your boy now. Yes, he's your boy. Yes. Koji, go on. Who do you go for? Obviously, we'll do transfer show another time, but just as we're on the topic, clearly you don't want Ake. Is there anyone that off the top of your mind that you think, no, what, these ones, as Benji would say, we need competition, we need people to be looking over their shoulders? Is there anyone that you could think of apart from Sergio Ramos, who's an absolute legend? What do you reckon?
I would die for Ramos.
Just because he pulled Salah's arm off, you know. I just take it for one season just for the banter, man.
If I'm going for unrealistic signing that will never happen, it would be Varane. But if I'm going for a signing that we could potentially make, why not go and steal Upamecano? Why not? But thievery of the highest level. Why not?
What? Wait. Before I come to you, Benji, I've got to ask Jem. Jem, do you approve? You're not pissed off about it.
Sorry, Ruben Diaz from Benfica.
Yeah, Ruben Diaz. I like Ruben Diaz from boxing. From all those 2-minute YouTube clips I've seen of him, he looks like a baller, to be fair. I'm not gonna listen, lads. I'm gonna be honest with you. When we do the transfer shows, I'm not gonna sit here and say I've seen these players play because I've not seen much of them.
Kojo has all the channels in the world.
I know Kojo has because we've spoken.
I sit down. I'm one of them. We must call me a football hipster. I just sit down with
listen. Kojo's my in the know, innit? To say no more. Benji, let's talk about tactics, all right? Because obviously I know you love your tactics. First and foremost, regarding yesterday, like I said, the only thing that mattered was the performance. The result. But let's look at the tactics because obviously I don't want to skate over it because it was a piss poor performance. Let's be real. Benji, what were your thoughts on the game itself?
Mate, I'm surprised we got. I want to say we got popped, but Leicester had better chance on us.
Don't you dare say we got popped yesterday.
No, I'm not
because they were dog shit.
Leicester had better chance than us yesterday. Obviously, it was kind of like a B team version of Leicester. So, but at the end of the day, I feel like Ole kind of set us up not to lose, and he was relying on the front three to produce the goods. And obviously, I'm in the front four, sorry, and obviously they did. In terms of the game, in terms of the tactics, awful performance yet again. It just shows that Ollie doesn't really have a style of football, and it's Ollie gonna freestyle. I think that
Benji is at the wheel.
Do you know what it is? Yeah, I feel like with Man United, the way we play, like it's just slow and lethargic. Like no one can come here and say that the last 3 games have been exciting, good football.
Okay,
even Kojo, the games.
Let me flip that, Benji. One second. I agree with his trim is beautiful, but they're dropping out of his trim. Also, ladies, his social in the description. Yeah, so just regarding what you just said, I agree. The last 3 games, I'm just gonna throw it back to you. The last 3 games were shit. Let's be real, innit? But if you're using that, I can say, well, there was 3 games: Sheffield United, Bournemouth, and Aston Villa. Okay, Aston Villa, we were a bit shaky, but when we scored, we were good. So I can say them 3 games we were fantastic. Therefore, we played good football. So using them 3 games, but if you're using them 3 games as a measurement of us playing shit football, then I can pick 3 games in a row that we played good football. So
two words though.
Go on.
Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes has been a.
Does he not play? Does he not play for our team?
It doesn't matter.
Why does it not matter? That's not me saying Liverpool. That's not me saying Liverpool.
Let me tell you something. Yeah, let me tell you something. Okay, cool. Manchester United, counter-attacking wise, we have that on point. No one can dispute about. We're probably one of the best counter-attacking sides in the league. Let's be serious. But when it comes to actually playing football, we are not top 10 even in the Premier League when it comes to playing football.
Yeah, you're right. Arsenal are better because they're so shit at defending. It's entertaining to watch them. You're right.
Like, so wait, are you telling me, that
Go on.
With Ollie Gunner freestyle, you guys will pay £70 to go all the way from London, where I live, to Old Trafford?
You know what?
To watch us play with
Benji,
that football, you're mad.
Benji, right now, give me the 10 clubs in the Premier League that play better football than us. Go.
Yeah, I want to hear that.
Brighton.
Oh,
Brighton play better football than us. Go away, then. Go away. Brighton. Bro, even flipping, what's we call it? Man City.
Fucking Brighton.
Let me even look at the table, bro. Stop talking about third, man. We're not all that.
Fucking Brighton.
Let me look at the table.
Fucking Brighton, man, like more paying fucking dog.
Liverpool, wait. Liverpool, City, Chelsea, Leicester, Wolves. You even said it, Sheffield United. Southampton play better football than us. How many is that? How many is that?
A lot of the teams that you mentioned have played good football in spells, mate.
Southampton don't play better football than us. Okay.
No, they don't.
Problem. That's just my opinion, isn't it?
They got slapped 9-0.
It doesn't matter, man.
They got hit for 9-0. If Ollie got hit for 9-0, right, and we played the football Southampton did, you'd be like, this motherfucker needs to get out of you. You got hit for 9-0.
The football we play is bad.
Okay, all right.
Stop being brainwashed.
Right, okay, 1 second. Let me put my bloody headphones on. Right, okay, so you said Southampton. So you said Bruno Fernandes for Man United. Fair enough. He's been fantastic catalyst. Okay, well, for Southampton, I can say Danny Ings. Danny Ings. Okay, let me give you what do you mean? What's that?
Wait, what do you say? You said Danny Ings.
If you take Danny Ings out of Southampton,
they're nothing
better football than us. That's not saying take Bruno out with shit. Well, take Virgil van Dijk at Liverpool as well. They ain't winning the league.
Yeah, that's why when they came to Old Trafford, they popped us off the park, me.
It doesn't matter.
We went to Stamford Bridge and popped them off the park.
It doesn't matter if they haven't got Van Dijk at the back. Ask any Liverpool fan. Any Liverpool fan if they got Van Dijk at the back.
2-0. We bowled them. Oh wow. Okay, you know what? How do you
was that popping off the park? You're mad.
You said Brighton.
What,
you said Brighton more than us. That's already outrageous.
We fucking slapped Brighton.
Allow it, man. Allow it.
Listen. Let's get some of the comments.
I'm not trying to hear it, innit? I gave me props. I said counter-attacking football. I'm talking about playing football. If you want to, we're talking about the whole season. Before lockdown, before Bruno came in, no one can tell me the football's good. Anyone disagree with me, I'll stop talking. Before lockdown,
what about after?
What about after?
That relax, man. It improved a bit, but the last 3 games especially showed us our frailties. That's how I feel.
Right, okay, that's fine. You're entitled to your opinion. First and foremost, we've got a few comments. I do want to read a couple out. Coaches, I can't even see Coach. I don't even know. Jem is just about still here. God bless him. He's probably fuming. Listen, drop a like, subscribe. Listen, drop a like, subscribe. Look, first and foremost, right, I'm going to pass it to Jem in a second. regarding the football. I hear your point. We've been good some games, we've been poor some games. But you can't tell me, right, consistently that Wolves have been fantastic. Because I've watched nearly every game because of my radio show. I need to watch a lot of games, right? Wolves have been... Adama Traore has won them games on his own, mate. The same as you're talking about Bruno Fernandes, I can say the same about Traore for them, because without his assists, God knows where they'd be. I can say the same for Virgil van Dijk. Without him, Liverpool can't defend to save their life. Yeah, you saw against Man City, Van Dijk had a poor game. They got absolutely
Okay, can I
ripped
ask you one
apart.
question?
Oh, go on.
Describe to me Ole's style of play.
Okay, Jem, the floor's yours, mate. Go on.
Why, Jem? Why not you, big man? Okay,
let Jem talk, man. He looks like he's got.
Style of play.
I'll let Jem have his say, and then I'll come back. I'm the host, and then let Jem have his say. Jem, floor's yours. What you saying? Style of play? Talk to me.
I have nothing to say to Benji. You can tell me the style of play.
Answer the question.
Can I answer the question?
Go on.
All right, cool. He clearly, obviously, likes to play a possession-based game of football where he controls the game. No. See, you're doing that already.
Let me get stats.
What's that? No, wait.
Whose mic is that, by the way? Sorry,
Let
whose
me
mic
keep
is that
talking,
so
keep
loud?
talking.
Oh no, what is that noise?
Whose mic is that? Can someone... Jem, mute your mic, please.
Keep talking.
Whose mic is that? Is it Jem's?
No, I think it's yours, man. So.
Oh, 1 second. I'll take my mic off. Go on, carry on, boys. I'll take it off.
Keep talking.
It's not mine.
You.
1 second, boys. I do apologize.
Where is it coming from?
Yeah, Jem, it's yours, I think.
Jeremy, mute a second, please.
No, wow.
Right, okay, there we go. It's gone. I don't know what's happened. Right, okay. I think it's
Okay.
Jem's, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, what's going on?
Yeah, Jem, just mute your mic a second, please.
See?
Okay.
When I asked him the question, this is what happened.
You love the technical difficulties, don't you?
You know, I'm just gonna go for it.
Yeah, go on, Coach. It's not that bad.
Yeah.
Go on. Anyway,
See,
sorry,
the thing is, the time of period, it's been a time you're talking about where we're playing absolutely boring football and it was poor and all this year. You yourself know this to be factual. No Bruno Fernandes, as we know, he came in January. Fine, that is what it is. Pogba was out injured for how long? Why were you expecting a midfield of Pereira, McTominay, Matic, and then Daniel James?
Thank you.
Your manager
Okay.
cannot play the football
That's
he wants
not
to
the
play
question I asked.
if he hasn't got the personnel.
Is explain the style of football.
Cool, and I've told you, and then you made your face like raw. But I told you because the personnel wasn't there to do it. Go and ask Liverpool right now. Liverpool, go and ask their midfield, their teams go and play with if their front three wasn't what's his name, Salah, Firmino, Mane, and it was just for the whole season, Minamino, Origi, and Shaqiri, you wouldn't see the same style of football that they play every day. If City didn't have a midfield of KDB and David Silva, and they didn't have Foden to back them up, and they had let's say Fernando from when they used to play for them, you're not seeing the same style of football either. You have to have the right personnel. What's his name said it? Pep said it. He said, "Listen, the reason I can't manage lower teams is because they ain't got the quality to play my football."
It's so Joe and then Bravo.
Brother, so how are you gonna expect?
Can you answer the question, please?
I'm answering it.
That's what I wanted to do. Answer the question.
I've answered the question. I've told you.
Not excuse for the players.
No, I've told you the style of play, and I've given you context on top of it. I told you from the jump.
Let me just add some context, right? Okay, so for you, because you clearly don't understand what you're saying. If you take Salah out, you take Firmino out, and you take Mane out, right? Replace them with Shaqiri, Origi, let's say Lallana. I don't know the whole team off the top of my head. Are they going to play the same brand of football? No, they are not.
Well, they beat Newcastle last week, didn't they?
1 second. Listen, I'm not making excuses for Ole because there's been moments that even I've questioned what his style of football is. However, as a coach, and Kojo will vouch for this, and I'm assuming you've done some coaching in your time. As a coach, you look at your team sometime and you say, listen, I can't teach these men to play a certain style of football. What is their strengths? You don't teach a team, right, that can only counterattack how to play possession football because you play to the strengths of the players you've got in your squad. Is basic coaching.
That's the best you can do.
It's simple as that. You play to the strengths. Look, and I'll give you another scenario. I'll give you another example. When Pep came into Man City, 1 second, Jeff. When Pep came into Man City, he had to sell both the fullbacks, because he couldn't play his possession football because the fullbacks are so key to his style of football because it's their recovery runs that stops them from getting countered. Kyle Walker is so pivotal because of his recovery run. If you watch Man City play, they rely on the fullbacks for recovery run. Otherwise, they'll get shafted. When Kyle Walker's been injured and the other fullbacks have been poor like Mendy, they've struggled. Hence why the defense has been shit. So listen, I agree, Ole does need to learn, but at the same time, he needs a bloody squad. He's had one transfer window.
By the way, sorry, you said Wolves play better football. What they do is counter attack, I swear.
Wolves pass it to Adama Traore and hope he crosses the team and his head. I'm not hearing it. They've played good football. They've played very good football in moments. Hence, we've done that as well. But not for the whole season, mate. Jem, what do you want to say, mate? Got anything to add?
You see, Benji is a funny guy, you know? what I want to say is, when beginning of the season, throughout the preseason, Ole had a way he wanted to play. He wanted to play the 4-2-3-1. And our first game against Chelsea, he played that same formation. Against Wolves, he played the same formation. Then the injury came. Again, I think Crystal Palace, we lost that game. Then after that, we had injuries. So you play according to your strength. And Pereira and Lingard could not do the job that
Sorry, Jem. Sorry, Jem. Listen, Ali B, send me my £50 right now because I just explained it to you. You didn't listen properly. Continue, Jem. Sorry, there you go.
Bro, you said you didn't say anything.
Whatever.
So
go on, Jem, go on.
Ole kept wanting to use the same formation and it wasn't working. So then you have to play according to the strength of your squad. Then we turn around to play the counter attack because we had pace. That's why Dan James has been overused. Then he's got tired. So if you want to, like Pep Guardiola would say, my players, the kind of players he wants, like what Kojo was saying, Coach Kojo was saying, before what's his name, Jurgen Klopp, when he came his first season, Liverpool were not playing as they are playing now. He had Benteke. He had Benteke. He had
Moreno that he had to sell, by the way. His dog shit.
He had
all
Lucas.
These dead ballers.
They brought. He had. What's his name? This guy. There was a boy from the academy. They were playing and they were not playing the way he wanted. Then he bought the kind of play. They bought Van Waarden. He brought this player. He brought this money. So the way he wanted to play, and they're playing.
Coach's bikes, man.
So what I want to say, you don't judge somebody based on what the person does now. The person has a plan. The person has every coach has a certain idea in his or her head. This is how I want my team to play. But if you have the tools to play how you want to play, you have to compromise or you have to make
provision. That's exactly what I'm saying, man.
You have to compromise or you make provision for whatever you have. So you talk about, okay, so let me ask you, what's Pochettino's style of play?
Go on, Benji. Go on.
This guy can do it's the bait. Everyone knows Pochettino's style of play.
What is it?
I don't.
Go on, tell us.
Tell us.
High press front foot football, using the fullbacks with high energy, and the fullbacks always play up like wingers. And the way he plays football, cute intricate passings, and he does his job. When you talk about Ole Gunnar Solskjaer and the style,
wait, Benji, let me pause you there. Let me pause you.
Jem. He's right about Pochettino's football, yeah? He's right about Pochettino, but continue. And then I'll ask him a question.
I already said to you already, Ole counter-attacking, top 3 in the league. I've said it already.
Okay.
Actually, top 2, because only Liverpool's better.
Okay.
But in terms of the way we play football, brother, it's not like we... It's full anyway. I mean, here's what.
No. Wait,
finish, man.
Because no. I hear what Benji's
point.
saying. He's not wrong about what Pochettino's style of football is, and it's quite
Are you man talking about what he's trying to do? But hold on.
But hold on. Let me because I want to try and give you a rebuttal, and then you can go on to the Klopp thing, right? The thing is, even you can use Klopp. You can use Pochettino as an example because when Pochettino came in, he didn't have all his boys straight away to do his football straight away. It's what it is, right? I don't know where this idea that, like, if you don't have the personnel, and I always come back to personnel because you need the right players to play your style. If you 100%. Don't have the right players to play your style, it's not going to work at the end of the day. So, like, if you wanted us to now play possession football, to be honest, he tried to, and it sucked because we didn't have the players that had the ball retention to do it anyway in the first place. I'm just going to keep it as a buck. without Pogba, we said it for time. Without Pogba in that midfield, we completely collapsed. We were trash, absolute trash. So when Bruno came in, and then Pogba came back into the team, you saw in the team, you saw more control and you saw the possession in football because he had the players to do it. That's cool, right? But no manager on God's green earth can come into a system like, remember in the group chat today, I told you, man, about what I did at Hillingdon with my team, right?
Yeah.
If you saw the football I played, you would be disgusted. You will be utterly no, but you'll be utterly disgusted because when I want to play passing football. I like to high press. I even like to sort of like, I don't like to give restriction on short passing and all that. I like to give range, do what you want, sort of freedom, creativity. But I had players here that just didn't know how to ball whatsoever. So it was defensive, and then it was long ball. My fast guy runs into it, whips it in. My guy
play to your strengths. That's what Ollie did, man. That's the whole point.
That's the whole point. Like at some point, Daniel James found a bit of form early in the season, so he got a lot of more game time than he should have. But we had to play to what the strengths that we had going forward because the midfield was terrible. And we also don't have.
Okay, so what about off the ball? What about off the ball?
Off the ball is very simple. You've seen off the ball. You saw it against Leicester. It's very. Every manager is the same.
They're tired though.
No. Wait. Jem. I'm begging, please wait. Not every man. I hate this about football. Not every manager is gonna high press. We don't need to do that if you ain't got the guys that can do it. Our team can't high press.
One second. Let me just give you another example.
You defend.
Code, one second. Right. So I saw the stat today. Again, stats don't paint the whole picture, and I'm not discrediting this player. Wijnaldum, right, hasn't got an assist for 2 seasons. Hasn't got an assist in the Premier League in 2 seasons, right? Whatever. Sorry. Right, but let me give you a scenario. Wijnaldum, for me personally, is an unsung hero in that Liverpool team because he's been absolutely pivotal to everything good about that team, all right? And my boy is a Liverpool fan. He will say the same thing. He doesn't get enough credit. People are going to look at his statistics, say he hasn't done this, he hasn't done that. But let me flip it to you, yeah? Let's take Wijnaldum at that team and you put Mesut Ozil in there. Mesut Ozil is known for his ability on the ball. He's fantastic. He might be able to retain the ball. How do Liverpool play? Their strengths come from their fullbacks. They attack with their fullback, and the midfield 3 are all workhorses. Yes, they've got quality, but the job of the midfield is not to provide service or do anything or set up a goal in particular per se. Bar minus a press. They're there for the gegen press. Win the ball back, play to the fullbacks, play to the man up top. You take Wijnaldum out, put Ozil in, who's a better baller. Let's be real. The system capitulates. It's as simple as that. Because they've got players to fit the system he wants to play. And that's fair play to them. They're not a fantastic team. They're a well-oiled team. They're a well-oiled machine. That's what they are. And that's what Ollie needs to achieve. I agree with what you're saying. The style of football at the moment, it's not there. However, he had to do what he had to do to get as a result. That's the only thing I give a shit about. If someone said to me, we'll play wank for the majority of the season, and we get the third, we get Jadon Sancho somewhere, I would have snapped your hand off. I didn't give a shit about the season. We needed to get top 4. The season that's coming, that's what I want to see him playing attacking football. That's what I want to see him consistently bringing in the style of football that we saw against Sheffield United. Obviously, again, these are a couple of games that we played. But a lot of people that aren't Man United fans were saying we're scared of Man United. And you said it as well, when we 1-0 down against Bournemouth, I knew we were going to score. Because you had faith in the way we were actually trying to move forward. And you can't say that for a lot of periods in the last 7 years. And don't tell me you said that under Van Gaal or Jose Mourinho. When we 1-0 down to Bournemouth, everyone came on the fan cams and said, I was confident we're still going to score. And that's because Ollie has instilled some sort of attacking football. Yes, he has to do more. I agree with you. And it has to be more consistent. But there's shades of that. And that's what I'm saying. It will take time. It's not, Rome wasn't built in a day. It's not going to happen overnight. We've got third. Jadon Sancho, get Partey in. We go again. Next season, if you play shit football like this, I'll come back and say get Pochettino, and I would agree with you. But this season wasn't about brilliant football. This season was about getting the results.
Bro. We need pot.
Anyway, listen, let's move on from Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. For me personally, he's done what he had to do. Let's see if there's any comments. We've got one couple here. Let's have a look. Someone's put coach. I've got the coach is preaching. Coach assistant head coach. No, coach, I've got one better. Preaching. I've done you one better there. 1 second. Okay, so that one said head coach. I did it in order. And then another person. Let's see if we can get it up. Kevin put. Oh no, sorry, one. That is a shout, Ray T. And Ray T said, "Are you ready for it, boys? This is what Kevin said. It's a shout." Cody for Ollie's
At least
replacement.
we'll
Let's
see
go.
some attacking football, bro.
Nah, Cody said he plays it down the wing and hits it into the box. You
Oh,
just
the
leave
football. I said I played
Nah,
at
he
Hillingdon.
said
You
he
wasn't.
plays
Oh
football in
my
whatever
goodness.
division.
Oh, God. Yeah, so another comment from Kay saying another whole season of Ollie. Listen, I want to get away from Ollie because for me personally, I understand what you're saying, Benji. But the way I see it in my head is you've got to take steps, man, in the right direction. And we've taken a massive step. Listen, I want to talk about obviously a couple other things, in particular Paul Pogba. Right. So the season's done now. We've got the result. I want to talk about the evolution of Paul Pogba, not just this season, but moving forward. So I want you to tell me what you want from Pogba. Obviously, we need him to sign the contract first and foremost. But as a player, Jem, I'll come to you first and foremost. What are your thoughts? Because at the moment, for me, I'm going to be honest, he's playing too bloody deep. I want him further up the pitch. Jem, what are your thoughts on Pogba? And also, do you think he'll sign the contract as well? Sorry.
Yeah, he'll sign.
Oh, you got in the knowing it over. How could I forget? Sorry.
He will sign. He's going to stay. He's going to stay. But I think where he's playing is okay. I don't have any problem because Pogba up front, he's wasteful.
He's up front. He's wasteful.
Yeah, as in what, behind the striker? You mean?
Yeah, behind the striker. I don't like him there. You see, sometimes Pogba hangs on the ball too much, and sometimes if you check, when was it? I think I don't remember the game. I mean, yesterday. You see, Pogba is somebody. If you high press a lot, he loses the ball easily. So sometimes they target him. I think the Southampton game, the what's the name? Who's that?
Well, West Ham
game. The West Ham game. So Pogba, I think that will suit him because he has a broader picture of the whole pitch. That's where he can spread his passes. That's what he does with the French national team. And I think it's okay. And at Juve, he wasn't the one who was doing that. He was playing the box-to-box role whilst Pello was doing that. But I think he can do that. I don't have any problem but I expect him to be much more. What's the word? There's a word I'm looking for.
Influential.
Proactive. Let me say proactive. Sometimes he looks so like a Jessica. Sometimes, like the ball comes to him. He does not envisage that somebody can come onto him. He has not, like yesterday, for instance, he wants to show too much strength. It's not always that you must show too much strength. If you do that, sometimes the referee can overlook a foul, then it will become a counter against your team. And that's why in the Crystal Palace game at Old Trafford, he made a mistake. That led to a goal.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying.
Pogba thinks like I'm strong. No. It's not always that you have to do that. No. Sometimes you have to. That's why Bruno is smart with that. Either he brings it, like he puts his body just in front of you so that you foul him, or because Pogba, that's why I'm so disappointed. Pogba has he has all the qualities to become a world-class player. Pogba can dribble. He can dribble past. Fernand, Bruno cannot do that. What Pogba can do, Bruno cannot do.
Pogba can vice versa in a sense.
What Pogba can pick the ball and dribble past everybody. Bruno cannot do that. But sometimes Pogba wants to show too much strength, and you don't need to do that. That's my only problem. If he's able to correct that, he will help us a lot. Because if he does that, he will not lose the ball, and Pogba can take care of the ball more than.
I thought sometimes he has no options though.
Yeah, I was just about to say, I'm going to pass it to you, Benji, as well. I agree with what you said, Jim. Sometimes he does overplay it. I definitely agree with that. But there's a few different opinions in the chat. Some people are saying I agree with Jem. Some people are saying play Pogba deep. Or some people are saying don't play Pogba too deep because he loses the ball in his own half a lot, which is obviously a detriment to the team, which we saw. Was it Southampton, I believe, that he was at fault for the first goal? I can't remember what team.
Southampton, even in the Leicester game.
No, it was Southampton. Armstrong scored, didn't he, when they nicked it off him?
Armstrong.
Yeah, so Kay's put here, switch Pogba and Bruno allow Bruno to play deeper. Benji, I'm going to pass it to you. Basically what I'm asking, first and foremost, forget the contract, we'll obviously discuss that when he signs it, hopefully. But what are your thoughts on his current position? Because for me, personally, he plays too deep. I'd rather see him in a 4-3-3, where we can get the best out of him and get a proper DM that can cover that. Obviously, he plays with Kante at France, so he does get more license to go forward. Obviously, this is a tactical thing. So let's be real in it. What are your thoughts? What do you think to get the best out of him and Bruno at the same time?
I think it's down to three things. I think you hit the nail on the head. Matic is too bloody slow. So there's no if him and Bruno play in the eights and leave Matic by himself, it's a calamity. I feel like the reason why he drops deep is because the players at the back, they're not comfortable with the ball enough, and Matic is not comfortable with the ball either. So he's the one that mainly launches the attacks. But then what he tries to do everything. And that's where it comes down to coaching and tactics and all that other stuff, because I feel as if like we have to try to trust him a bit more higher up the pitch. Because he's better. I feel like he's better higher up the pitch than Bruno personally.
Okay.
Yeah, but the thing is, he's also our best on the other side of the pitch as well. So this is where our problem comes. We need another DM because he's the best this way and that way. When he played against when he played last year, when Ollie was doing whatever he was doing, 13 games.
A madness, you can say it.
Yeah, 13 games unbeaten, and he was scoring goals, doing whatever for fun. He was the one that was getting into the box, scoring headers, scoring goals, whatever. Yeah. Bruno doesn't really get into the box too tough, innit? Pogba also, when he plays deep, he can spray balls left, right, and centre. He's probably one of the best passers in the Premier League, apart from Ruben Neves and De Bruyne. So, Ollie's dilemma is: do I play him higher on the pitch or do I play him deeper? And Matic is a big fat problem.
What would you do if you're in? What would you do? Obviously, we've got a transfer window now. What would you do
for now?
But let's not.
Matic is a liability, bro. Unfortunately.
So we've got a few comments. First and foremost, just want to read them out. Was has put getting DD. Obviously, I'd like to have your thoughts on that. Kay said, Was and Kay both said, Pogba's an absolute nightmare for the defenders. Like you alluded to, that brace that he scored when he scored those 2 headers. You know, he was literally getting a goal assist every game. I remember that goal he scored against Brighton as well, at edge of box, just passed it into the bottom corner. Man stood there and just celebrated like Cantona, man. It was a beautiful sight, pointing into stands. You know, Pogba for me, I think he's been fantastic since he's come back. Yes, he's had some bad performances, but the reason I say he's been fantastic is because he's done a very unselfish role. And I completely agree with you, Benji. He's been utilised to protect the back four, which is a problem because Ollie, I don't think, trusts Matic on his own. Which again, we need to try and look to the next stage. We're not going to be able to win the league with this system. For me personally, we have to be more. We have to be more ambitious and have less fear. So I've got a comment here from Ali as well. A bit similar to what we're saying. We need a dynamic CDM to release Pogba more. Bruno already has his freedom, which is completely right. For me personally, we need a 4-3-3. One second, I just got Fabrizio Romano just tweeted something about Partey and Arsenal. I don't know if that's done a deal or not.
Yeah. Arsenal offered 25 million.
How much?
They're not serious.
25 million.
25 million. Plus players. They're not serious. They're not. But
this is what I mean. Look, this leads us on perfectly. We're talking about CDM. It's almost like it's fate. I want Partey, me, Kojo. But obviously, before we go into the DM,
but
one thing
about Partey, I'm afraid for him in the Premiership. Premiership is a little bit pacey than the La Liga, and Partey is not really that sharp. Not really that pacey. So that's my only fear about him. My only fear with him coming to
okay, fair enough. We've got another comment here from Man United Focus. We should play 4-3-3. Pogba slightly advanced and DD or Rice sitting behind him. Okay, Kojo, I'll come to you, mate. Moving forward, okay, like we said, Ollie's done the job this season, but we need to talk about the next step. We need to move forward. We need to try and challenge. What do you reckon, Kojo? Do you think we stay with what we've got, or do you think we need to go for 4-3-3 as well?
No, we need to go for 4-3-3. I think, if I'm being honest, Pogba has enjoyed when Luke Shaw. I can't believe I'm saying this. When Luke Shaw's been on the pitch a lot more.
Respect
because we rightfully question Luke Shaw when he's gone forward. Like he's not really effective in terms of like finding crosses or the right pass. He's more like a 4 out of 10 in terms of finding the right pass at times. But he's always in the right place at the right time when Pogba needs to find him, which is important. And the issue is with Brandon Williams, who I like, but he likes to cut inside a lot.
He's right-footed, isn't he?
Exactly, he's naturally right-footed. But also, on the other side, Wan-Bissaka's not good going forward. And opposition know that. So they don't feel a threat coming from his side because they're like, well, if he goes down the wing, he's probably going to try and cut back, and he's crossing, such trying to be a player doesn't really work out for him. And Mason Greenwood has to cut in anyway. So one way or another, it's hard to let him allow him to, make that pass and then advance forward, because now he has to be cautious. He hasn't got that player that he knows he can trust on either sides. And then, yes, of course, because Matic is slower, it does cause a problem.
We've got Wakar saying as well, big up Luke Shaw. I just want to throw this out there to you, Benji, as well. Obviously, I know a lot of people criticize Luke Shaw for his ability going forward, and look, I'll agree with that. I don't think anyone can defend him. He does need to do more. But do you not think he does a lot of recovery in terms of, like, Maguire in particular? I think Maguire benefits a lot from Luke Shaw, because Luke Shaw, people don't say it, but he's very quick, He actually gets back a lot of the time, and he doesn't tend to get outdone until, well, managed to Dharma Traore, but he's done everyone in the league, hasn't he? But in terms of moving forward regarding Pogba, but left back, let's just quickly brief left back, because people are talking about it. What do you reckon? Do you think Luke Shaw going forward is the answer, or do you think we need to replace that as well as the CDM?
No. We need a new left back. We need a new left back. The reason why I say this is because look at I know that obviously he's not that the greatest, but look at people like Mendy, people like Jordi Alba, people like what's that guy, Andy Robertson,
bloody Alphonso Davies, bro, man, put respect to that kid's name.
See people like that. Those are the type of left back we should be going for, because imagine if we're playing. We're trying to play good football, and Luke Shaw and Wan-Bissaka, when they get the ball, it always breaks down for me personally. Luke Shaw, he'll get put on the overlap by Pogba, by Rashford, whoever. He doesn't try to take a shot. He doesn't try to cross. His crossing is not good. We need another left back fully. One thing I would say about him is that he can defend, but I also feel like he does leave Maguire exposed as well. Like, I remember in the first game of the season, Mourinho did say that Luke Shaw does leave the centre back vulnerable quite a lot. But I still feel like we need another left back, and it's not a priority this summer, but next summer we'll have to sort that out.
Yeah. Interesting. Boys, obviously we'll let you guys know in the let us know in the comments what you think. Just to finish off, I just wanted to talk about Martial. Obviously, look, we'll do a proper podcast regarding all the players, and obviously their play ratings. The boys will be back for that. I'm just gonna go through all of you guys. Ollie made a huge decision this season, in particular selling Lukaku, Martial number 9, and I can't finish the show right without talking about Anthony Martial. This guy, for me, right, obviously he's my player of the season as it stands, without shut it out, unless somebody does a madness in Europa League. But Jem, will come to you, mate. How much of a difference? I know a lot of people are talking about Bruno Fernandes being the catalyst, and I would agree with that. But for me personally, Martial's turning form. He's been a 7 practically every single game, and it kind of gone under the radar to an extent. Jem, talk to me about Martial. Do you think he's at number 9 now? That's it. We don't need to worry about nobody else. No Harry Kane and all that nonsense some people are referring to at the moment.
I think Martial, I call it evolution. He has evolved now. Hey, Pedro, what was that?
My thing just keeps falling down, man. So annoying.
Well, man said the evolution, the Christian in him just flipped. No.
Martial has evolved as a player, and I think, like Benji was saying earlier on earlier on, his hold-up play has really improved. And you see, for the past 3 games that we're not playing that well. He was the player who stood up for me. Even yesterday, he was feeding on scraps that were given, but still he could hold that play. Now you can see that he's into the game. Previously, or like 2 seasons ago, Martial didn't care, and that's one thing I'll give credit to Ole, because Ole trusted him. And those times when not even the goals were not even coming, he was always saying that he wanted to get into the box and score those kind of goals. So I remember when he scored the hat trick against Sheffield.
Yeah, it was Sheffield.
He said that I'm sure the manager will be happy about those 2 goals, because that's what he always wants me to score. So Martial has really, to me, he's my player of the season. I voted somewhere on Twitter. I voted for him that he's my player of this, because he has really improved in every aspect of his game. His hold-up play, his link-up play, everything about Martial has the way I knew him as at Monaco and Lyon. He's now proven to become the talent that I want him. But I know definitely United will go for another striker, just a backup, not a main striker, a backup.
Yeah.
So we should be ready for Josh Kane coming back.
Oh, not Josh King, man. Please don't mention that kid to him. I'm so pissed off because we let him score a past us, but that stupid flick. Benji, we'll come to you, mate. Listen, Anthony Martial, I know you're a massive fan, but listen, I don't want to finish this show without giving him credit because we've not spoken
He's
about
a fan. Wow.
Yeah, he loves Martial. Benji, go on, mate. Talk to us about Martial.
Damn, you need to start watching more of our shows. You know, I've been too much.
yeah, Gemma, drop a like when you watch.
We caught him out.
Yeah, we're calling you out now.
I've been team. Huh?
He's played, Benji. Carry on, relax.
Yeah, I've been team Martial from the start, and obviously, shout out to all those guys in the Magnite group chat. You know who you are, talking about attitude and them things there, but. And then
Lazy.
Tony Martial is our number 9, bro. Get used to it still. Because the thing is, what I like about him is that he's come through a very difficult patch. I think people understand he came from France so young, 50 million pounds.
Down the drain.
Yeah, and he's just going from strength to strength. You always knew he's a baller. He's probably our second most gifted player in the team. You always knew he's a baller. But it's just the consistency, and this year he's added that consistency. He's added the goals, he's added the assists. One thing I do feel sorry for him for is that he doesn't get a lot of different types of chances created for him. So we haven't really seen him headed the ball, score headed goals. We haven't really seen him score a certain type of goals that I want to see.
He scored. I think I remember scoring one. It was against
one.
But Chelsea.
Chelsea. That crazy header as well.
Yeah.
Man.
And also, I feel like one thing that will also help him is if people start running behind him more as well. Because I feel like everyone always likes the ball to feet. And I feel like Martial does have the vision to be able to pick out a few more passes. But for me, Wan-Bissaka is my player of the season, but he's definitely second for me.
Interesting. Obviously, we'll do a full player of the season show and all the player ratings and all that in one show. But yeah, obviously it can change depending on the Europa League. Like who knows, Rashford might get the Europa League, so I suppose probably in contention as well. Kojo, we'll come to you to finish regarding Martial. A lot of people in the comments saying Agalo's helping Martial a lot, teaching him in his hold-up play. Obviously, I don't know if there's any truth in that, but what I will say is Agalo, it's fair play to him, and he's done a job as well. But Anthony Martial, man, we've got to finish on him, innit? Kojo, what do you recommend? What are your thoughts on him?
Yeah, I'm very happy with his season. The one thing I said at the beginning of the season was I understand and I do definitely respect the fact that he's been through a hard time under previous management, and he went from number 9 to a winger to number 9, back and forth. At some point was talking about sending him to bring in Ivan Perisic.
Dark days. Dear God. Wow.
Very dark days. But all in all,
Mourinho deserves a shelling, I'm telling you.
Yo, listen, Mourinho, yeah, I love him more for what he did against Leicester the other day, and obviously slapped them for 3, so I let him off in it.
But no, honestly, my beginning of the season, I said, if you're gonna be the number 9, I need you to add more to your game, and that's not. I don't want to see no more that just simply ball to feet. That's running in behind, that's hold up play, that's dribbling. And he's done all 3 of that this season. And he goes to it. He's got his best goal scoring season, which he's proven that he can be the number 9. He can lead. He can score goals. I couldn't be more proud of him. So I think next season he'll even score more. I don't want to put that pressure on him, but he's definitely capable of doing so. And he's got more creativity behind him now in the first 6 months of the season, rather than obviously this season where he had very minimal. So I'm proud. I'm proud of him this year. And
I've just got a comment of the day. There's been a few blinders on this show, but this one from Izzy. Boys, I'll just let you read this one. I think this is one comment.
Oh God.
I think Izzy's with it. Listen, I just want to finish by saying one last thing, and then obviously I'll wrap up the show. I know it's been a long one. The United Way, otherwise known as WAS, in the prediction video, he said Martial. This is the start of the season. Said Martial is going to be top goal scorer. Yes, I know he's not top goal scorer in the league. But to be fair, I've got to give props where it's due. He called it from the start, and I'm so happy that Martial's finally got an opportunity up front, because the guy flipping deserves it, man. And hopefully, Jadon Sancho's feeding the ball on the right, man. It's going to be a mad thing, but we'll have to wait and see.
Well, you're dropping Greenwood, yeah?
Listen, I'm not dropping anybody. They can rotate, man. It's about what happened to the competition. Man was giving full lectures on competition. Now he's saying we're dropping players. Competing, bro. Competing. Anyways, just want to say a massive thank you to everyone that's got involved in the comment section. We appreciate all the comments. Obviously, it's, the whole point of the show, just have a laugh and talk about Man United. Everyone's entitled to their opinions. Even Benji, believe it or not, is entitled to his opinions, although they're
Thank you, boys. Thank you to all like Henry, them lot that support him in the group chat. They know, fam.
Yeah, Henry, you got a lot of fans in here, man. A lot of I don't know how much he's paying. I don't know how much he's paying you, Henry, but if you want to pay the rest of the boys as well, we'll say whatever you want as well, innit? So
Gems, everyone came for Gem.
Yeah, 100%. Gem's the hero, innit? Anyways, drop a like, subscribe to the channel. Like I said, we're trying to get to 500. Obviously, very close to 400 as it stands. Hopefully, we can continue to provide you with good content that you enjoy. As always, show the boys some love. The show would be nothing without them, so I really do appreciate their time. Their links are in the description. As I always say, Koja's got a podcast. He's got two podcasts, all right? Make sure you show him love on both the podcasts because he's an absolute legend. Apart from that, it's been your boy, Usmaan. Go on, United! Go on!